What's up, guys? We are taking a trip to my grandparents again. It's my grandpa's 74th birthday. And we took the KPR last time when we went on Easter, so I thought, hey, let's take the Hawk out. God, dude. Just the noise is so much nicer. I don't like loud bikes, but that KPR is so silent. Like, it's just terrible.
Just wanted to point out that the KPR actually has a new exhaust, and this is an old video, and it sounds much better now.
It's also weird going back and forth so much because I've been getting on the KPR, then I'll get on this, then back to the KPR. And it's just totally different riding styles. The KPR is a little more comfortable on your butt, but the upright position on this is definitely a lot more comfortable than the KPR's aggressive downward facing bullcrap. We got a nice full tank of gas. I filled both of them up yesterday. I think I recorded it. Yeah, I did. I took a KPR ride down to my buddy's house and shot his AR-15 that he built. I did record us shooting it too. That video will be out way before this one though. Like, I go back and forth between having no videos and I'm like nervous because I'm like, man, I gotta get something out. And now I'm like, right now I have so many videos, like I don't even have time to edit them all right now. I have 3 videos uploaded into, like I have a month's worth of videos already on YouTube that's just waiting on their release date. Like, they're just there. I could get shot right now and you guys would have a month's worth of videos still. And that's just what's on YouTube. I have even more that need edited on the computer. And I actually have 2 videos on this camera that I haven't even put on the computer yet. This is actually going to be 3, so I've got 3 damn videos on the camera already. There were some horses. Did you guys get to see the horses? It looks really nasty and gloomy, but it's actually like the perfect temperature for riding right now, for me at least. I like it to be just slightly chilly where I have to put on my gloves, but not cold enough where I need anything other than this jacket. I cannot wait to get the Vader back out. If any of you guys are wondering about the Vader, that's my Honda Grom clone. I do still have it. It's in my house slowly being worked on. So far, I've taken the front wheel off, changed to an aggressive knobby tire, as best as I could get. They're Shinko Mobbers, I believe. And then I replaced the wheel bearings and also the front axle and axle bolt, because the ones that come with it are fucking terrible. I just replaced everything with Honda parts, so it's got Honda bearings, Honda axles now. I was almost going to replace the wheels, but decided against it. I think they're okay, like, we'll see. I'm going to replace the motor fucking soon. But anyway, as of right now, I still have to put the new exhaust on. It's in there sitting in the house. I have to do the rear wheel bearings and then switch to the Shinko Mobbler on the back. I have an O-ring chain to put on it. Oh, and a new swing arm, which is why I haven't done the back yet, because I kind of want to do it all at once. But I don't know, I work all the time, I only have a couple hours, and yes, you should be able to change a swing arm, a tire, and the bearings on a bike that small in a couple hours. But it took me about a day to do the front tire because the bearings were in there like so bad. I have an actual bearing puller. Like it's not a tool issue. I have the correct tools. And it broke the teeth on the bearing puller. I broke like fucking 3 screwdrivers. What else? I broke a few different tools. And what I ended up having to do was I took my Dremel and I was able to get in there just barely. And it also heated it up. So I cut a small piece out, heated up with the Dremel pretty much. I bought a torch for the next ones. Hopefully the heat will do it. And after I got it heated and that piece cut out, it pulled out pretty nicely. But oh my god, it was just like, man, they were in there. Now the tire, don't get me wrong, was a bitch, but it was done in like 20 minutes, no big deal. So I'm really hoping the bearings on the back one aren't as bad. I totally ruined that spacer bar that goes in between the 2 bearings. Luckily the bearing kit that I bought for Honda came with 2 new ones for the front and back. It seems like it's like a millimeter smaller than the old one, but I think it'll be okay. Like if you really hit the wheel on the ground hard, it'll kind of move. But once the axle's in there, I think it'll be fine. But yeah, I can't wait to get videos up on that again. I haven't been recording me work on it because I've been doing it in such small increments. My uncle's old house hasn't been in a long time, but it's really nice on the inside. It was. Put a big ass fence. Fuck you, bitch. That was really mean. Sorry, guys. Fucking. This half the time I don't even bother waving anymore because of people like that. I don't like it personally. I think it's stupid. I just do it out of respect. But at the same time, I don't really think you deserve respect for riding a motorcycle. It's a hobby is all it is. It's fun. It's great. I think everybody should do it. It's fucking fantastic. It makes you a better driver too, I think. Just because it makes you more aware because you're always looking all over the place. I try to keep my head straight for you guys. My eyes are always scanning everywhere. But that being said, you know, I don't think you're more badass or deserve more respect. Like, but whatever, I do it anyway just because when people do it to me, I feel like a piece of shit if I don't do it back. What's this dangerous? Like, yes, I can take my hand off, woo! But really, on the road, you should have both your hands on the handlebars at all times. Yes, I'm guilty of riding with one hand quite a bit, especially if my hand starts to hurt from the clutch. I'll take it down, I'll put it by my side or something, but it's not something you should do. The trail bike, like I've been saying, or I'm going to sell it and I'm going to get an RX V250. I'm going to sell it eventually no matter what. I just don't know if I'm going to sell it now or later. That RX V250 just looks like the bee's knees. And I like the Chinese bikes, but every time I get a Chinese bike, it impresses me a little less. Like, they're good for what they're for, but that KPR was kind of a disappointment. Like, it's faster than the Hawk, but for what it is, it's like I'd still rather take the Hawk 90% of the time. I don't hate it. And the Vader, like, it's slower than both obviously, but I didn't buy the Vader for speed. I bought it for fun. So I'm happy with it, other than the motor will not quit leaking oil. There's an oil seal behind the flywheel, and I've replaced it 3 times. And oh my god, I really hope it sticks this time, because if it comes out again, that motor is getting ripped off, fucking thrown in the basement, and a 190 is getting slapped on there real quick. I planned to push that 125 as far as I could, but I'm not going to replace the seal every 50 miles. And at first I thought it was something I'm doing wrong, but I've done some research on that Vader, and apparently that seal blowing out is a very, very common issue. I'm curious how bad the wind is. I said that in the last video I think I did of the Hawk. I really need to start editing these things. Because I'm thinking the muffler, I keep telling you guys it's the position. But I think because my exhaust on this is so much louder, that it just kind of hollows out some of the wind noise, which is great. Fuck this, let's see how fast we can get her. Ah, this feels so weird. Leaning forward on the Hawk like this. 65, yeah, this thing... Never accuse it of being fast. But they are fun bikes for what they are. And to be honest with you, that probably wasn't even 65. That's probably more like 62, 63. I know there's guys, I don't know about the fuel injected version, but the old carb top, I know there's guys that fucking do the cams and exhaust and port the engine and get them to almost 80. But it's just, is 80 worth it for me? To do all that? I know it's really not that hard, but still, it's just kind of like, for what it is, it's fine. It's not an interstate bike, and the people behind me look kind of pissy. But you know what? I got this truck in front of me still, so they pass me, they just have to pass him. Oh my god, dude. It is really blowing me to the point where I'm kind of nervous. Hopefully this wind chills down. Tell my engine's hot, my oil's a lot thinner. I'm gonna get this thing an oil cooler. Like when this thing gets hot, I'm already running 20W50 in it. When this thing gets hot, the oil just gets so thin. It's probably about time for an oil change too, actually. Yeah, I think it's been about 200 miles or more. Probably more. Which I know, most of you people thinking like 200-300 miles, that ain't shit. You don't need to do an oil change. This is a Chinese motorcycle, so yes, I do. Yeah, if it was a Honda, I wouldn't worry about it, but it's not a Honda. Alright, who's all here? Dad's here. Who the fuck any of these other people are? Well, I think that one thing's Nathan's.
My camera actually took a shit on this section, so thank you guys for watching.